Alright, so outside of being, again, late with this, which I do apologize, I actually had to do some thinking because this episode had a bit more lore to it, a few fun stuff that happens, and honestly, some honest God good development. Because let's start off with the funny parts, because obviously the blacksmith's master is being a nuisance, once again, he's trying to get with every chick he sees because I don't know. I guess he's insecure or something, or he's just he's literally worse than Motoyatsu. At least Motoyatsu seemed a bit controlled, but god dang, he is just the worst. Other than that, just watching now for me beat everyone on like what seems to be a familiar game. It's in the tip of my tongue. Editor me, put the game I'm thinking like in the screen. But it's kind of funny seeing something similar to that, and it's funny that it's like, Alpha, you this is the first time you're playing this game. And it's like, yeah, but I played something similar. Like that's some funny shenanigans. Another one being that Atla wanted to go with Naofumi because there's this whole parade thing. Because the beginning of the episode is essentially they're right before the old capital, and they're being led through these cities because these cities want to follow the cause of Raphtalia. They want a new emperor, and she's basically the better choice than the current one, from the looks of things. And yeah, the funny moment comes down to the fact that look, they have Filo, who's essentially a representative of the Filolials, I guess, and Raphtalia is obviously the emperor, or well, the future emperor, and they want them to rest. So now Fumi's gonna like do his own thing. He can't have those two kind of coming around because that would draw way too much attention. So Atla wants to join, and Full tries to help, and that doesn't actually work. Like now Fumi just scolds them and says, "No, you must train now." And Sign, Sign Sign basically just is like, "Oh, I don't have orders, so allow me to be your guard." And Atla was super pissed off. It's super hilarious, and then she just goes and blames Full. Oh man, that's funny. Now, before we go to like more of the Naofumi stuff and the new character, I do want to talk about Full and Atla's like entire thing and how Raphtalia is sort of trying to help Full because Full is trying to be the big brother, but he's taken it to such a degree that at this point he's spoiling her to a point that it could cause a problem in the future. That he needs to be firm at times, and I mean, you know what? That makes sense. And having Full basically acknowledge that he needs to be a better big bro and acknowledges Raphtalia as big sister is quite an interesting thing. Because honestly, both of them kind of grew into adult bodies like rapidly fast, which I think for Raphtalia's case, she was able to grow super fast with her leveling, which also helped her mental state. I think with Full, it was not necessarily alongside the mental state. Like, yeah, he's gotten stronger and all, but I do not think that he is mentally all there per se. Like I said, it's kind of like a Momonosuke kind of situation from One Piece. Like, yeah, he's all grown up and everything, but he's not there mentally, so he's kind of just a kid in an adult body. But moving on from that, we do get another character to meet, Zodia. And let's be real, Zodia and Sedina have to be related. Hell, I mean, the end of the episode basically speaks it all, because she is the water dragon Miko, and that is thanks to the signature. Like, yeah, it seems like Zodia got really, I guess, attached to Naofumi. She even jokefully basically said that she would want to marry Naofumi, which, my dude, how do you get into these situations? But it's funny because if Raphtalia was there, oh my gosh, it would turn into such a funny shit show. But not the point. Point is that yeah, she's basically kind of bonding with Naofumi. Naofumi's like kind of, bonding with her in a sense. And yeah, I mean, she's kind of evaluating everything, trying to understand this new emperor. And I think she is kind of debating whether or not she will kill Raphtalia or not, because a lot of Sedina's dialogue with Naofumi is that Sedina's clan are essentially bodyguards or assassins and other things. They basically are servants to the emperor, and whatever the emperor wants, they have to do. So, I mean, I would be intrigued if we eventually get Zodia and Sedina to interact. Because, mark my words, they are definitely related in some way. And yeah, I mean, the end of the episode basically marks that. Yeah, is Sedina or not Sedina? Well, Sedina does mention about her clan and that they're, well, water dragon Mikus. So obviously, with it being confirmed for sure at the end of the episode through the signature and stuff, and wanting to talk it out, so I'm thinking that this one, Zodia, wants a way to make peace because she probably can tell that a lot of people are probably going to rebel against the Emperor, so why not try to find a peaceful thing? So I think she's sympathetic to the Emperor she's serving. And I'm still kind of suspicious on what if this Emperor is evil or not. I need to see him in order to get a better grasp on my thoughts on that. But outside of that, obviously, like I said, honest, fun development. With different characters, different interactions. Also, the city, one of the cities that they had passed by, or had left Itsuki and Rishia, was under attack. So yeah, we'll have Atla, Sign, and Full go with the dragon to basically give them backup. So yeah, I mean, look, it took me a bit longer because I had to really think on this episode because there was a lot of things that were happening, as well as other things that I'll obviously put in an update YouTube channel video because, you know, there's something I'm gonna have to reveal, but not the point. My point is this was a good episode. I genuinely had fun. What did I give it? 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like super good, but it was above okay.